Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you've had a good summer. I hope it wasn't too busy. Mine was pretty busy between two summer camps, a mission trip, Backyard Bible Club, VBS, some kids getting sick in there of my own. I think we're finally back. I think I finally recovered, and I'm ready to get going for this school year. I'm excited about this school year, partially just because it's nice to get back to our normal routine. Um, but I'm also excited about just what's going to be going on and some new things we have. We have some new additions to our leadership team this year. Chase Day will be here at least this semester and will be joining us leading a small group. Jared Beeman is going to be joining Tyler Green on stage because, let's be honest, someone has to control Tyler. And also, Jared has his own YouTube channel. I can't remember the name of it. You can ask him and you can follow him and like his videos and help make him famous. But I thought it would be good, since he has those skills, to use them and to also help give him just another creative outlet to make some fun videos to get our students involved in those with him. And also, Krista's nephew Mitchell is coming to ABAC, or is at ABAC right now, and he plays drums. And so we're going to have a drummer this year. And so I'm really excited about just having that foundation in the band and just having drums. It'll be so wonderful to have some drums up on stage. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. This semester, we're going to go through the book of James. James is a very simple book, a very practical book. It's a book about action. In fact, James has the highest number of action verbs out of any other book in the Bible. So it's a lot of what to do. Faith is not just a mental exercise. I've said that before, but faith is not just a mental exercise. It's something that we do, that we live out. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about doing good, that we're to go and do good. We're going to spend the first 3 weeks, we'll just be in large group, and we'll start small groups the Wednesday after Labor Day. And so the first week, we're going to talk about the law of liberty, which is an idea that only James mentions, and he only mentions it twice, but is kind of key to this whole idea of doing good, because the law of liberty is not a law of oppression. It's a law of being set free. And so we're to live that out in our own lives and how we treat others, understanding that we've been set free from oppression to sin, and we've been set free from condemnation to hell. And so we're to live out our lives in such a way that shows that to others and points others towards that and leads others towards that same freedom, living under law of liberty. And then the next week, we will look at the first half of chapter 1 of James. And basically, James says that in our trials and in our temptations, we shouldn't weep and mourn. We should rejoice, knowing that these things will build us up in our faith. And we should realize that that these aren't bad in our life, and we should turn to God and we should trust God, and we shouldn't blame God for these things in our lives, because James says that trials and temptations aren't from God, that He doesn't tempt us, because He Himself cannot be tempted, but that He is good and that all good things come from Him. And then the week after that, we'll look at the second half of chapter 2, which kind of gets into the application side of things. That we're to do good, and that it talks about religion that is pure and simple, is looking after orphans and widows and those in their affliction. And so we've been shown good from God. We've been given good from God, because all good and all perfect things come from God. And so we're not to take that and go out with that and do good in the world. And so for the rest of the semester after that, we will talk in small groups, talk in large group about doing good. How can we take this and how can we do good with it? And what things can we do that are good for others? And some of that will be very simple and practical, looking at our actions and our words. And some of it will be more big picture of what exactly is good, and looking at what the world considers good and what God considers good as well. So I'm just really looking forward to that. I've been really challenged with it as I've studied through James this past couple months, preparing for this. And we start back with youth group next week on the 19th. And yeah, I said it, that we'll start small groups the week after Labor Day. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know who will be in what group yet, and that's part of why we're taking 3 weeks to stay in large group, is to just kind of figure out who's there and who's not going to be there, and help organize those small groups in such a way that they're not having to be switched around once we start those, because usually there's a lot of people who want to switch, and hopefully we won't have to deal with that if we take several weeks to kind of prepare and plan for those. So if you have any other questions or ideas or anything, feel free to shoot me a message. In case you don't know, my phone number is 229-392-8507, or you can email me at christian@nbctifton.org. And I'm just really excited about this semester. I hope you are too. And be praying for our kids and what God's going to do in their lives.